Okay, thank you guys again for joining us. In this particular session workshop, we're going to look at two of our design-based tools. One of them that is kind of static but has some interactive elements, and then one that is pretty highly interactive or can create interactive activities. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I'm going to show you samples of each one, and then we'll look at kind of a 50-foot flyover of how you can use each. The first of such tools is DesignPlus. So I'm going to just open up this page here. So this is just a sample page that I built out using DesignPlus. I actually used one of their templates and modified it a little bit. So this is like a sample home screen, if you will, just kind of welcome information. You can link to different things, include your information, a list of modules, etc. But this type of styling here, um, you can use Design Plus to build this kind of style onto any page, um, assignment, or I think even into quizzes. Anywhere where you can kind of put rich text right now, you can build out this design page. So this is the sample. What I'm going to do is create a new page and show you kind of how it works. So we'll go over to modules. I'm just going to make a new page down here. Boom. Page. Sample live demo Design Plus. Um, so in order to access Design Plus, you have to be in the edit screen. So I'm going to go ahead and push edit, and you wouldn't even know that it's there. What you can do if you're on a Mac, you can push Option, Shift, and D to pull up Design Plus. On a PC, it is Alt, Shift, D, and that'll pull up the Design Plus tools. So here we have just a blank page. So there's a number of things you can do. You can just kind of start building. Let's say you're like, oh, I know what I want. I want a banner title and I'm not going to edit it yet. It automatically opens so you can edit it. Let's say I want a banner title, I want an image, I don't know, columns, whatever. Like you can just go in and start adding them. Um, and then you can add a layer of styling. So let's kind of click back up on this banner title. This is not very pretty right now, but it exists. What we can do is, if we click on that banner title, if you see the little target icon up there, that means we're currently editing an element. And then from there, you can see you can edit the text, the banner title itself, the theme. Um, so I'm going to edit the banner title itself. And if we come down here into style, you can kind of hover over some of these and it'll show you kind of to the side what they would look like if you use them. So let's say that, I don't know, I wanted this one. You click it and it inserts it, styles it, if you will. And then you can go in and edit the naming. So let's say I want this to be module, mm, module 1. And then I want my title to be introduction. You can add all that in and style the content. So that is how you kind of add the styling. Once you've added the thing, just kind of put your cursor on the thing you want to edit. Look at the target to see what you're editing. Um, Theme here. If you wanted to, you could, I don't think we even have, you could apply a theme and just kind of see how it adapts. Um, Banner title, though, that was the exact element that I was editing. So just kind of scroll down and see what I want it to look like and add it. And let's say you look at that and you're like, well, I really didn't like that. It's easy enough just to change it. So you can quickly adapt and apply different stylings if you need to. So, um, let me find, there's one that I really, yes, that's the one that I like for some reason. I don't know why. Um, so let's look at all the different kinds of elements that are in Design Plus because there's a lot. Up at the top, it's going to keep your most recently used tools, but just to get started, it has the theme, which just kind of applies styling to the whole thing, if you will. Um, I like to do it element by element. I think I just haven't had much luck with theme. Banner title, so just that thing we just inserted. Content block is just usually I use it for text if I just want a block of text somewhere. Template content, I'll show you that here in just a second. And then you've got basic content, so you can add a button, course links. So if you want to link to specific pages, assignments, modules, description list. So like if there's a set of definitions that you want to include, you can um, kind of create your term and description list. Um, Divider. So if you want to just align to divide, image, image and caption, link, list, ordered or unordered. So if you want one, two, three, or just bullets. Something I really like about doing lists in Design Plus is that you can reorder them easily. So let's say that I wanted to, we'll just type in, um, this is my list. You see, you can rearrange them. So if for some reason you're like, ugh, I really meant to have the word my first, you can just click and drag instead of having to cut and copy and paste. If you're doing like an outline or something, it can start to get really cumbersome to reorder things without Design Plus. So that is one thing I really love is the drag and drop reordering. Just continuing here through the elements. Bullets are the same way. So if we were to add an unordered list, this is my unordered list. Uh, you can just, again, do that. So, um, let's look here. You can insert tables, text, text highlight, navigation, um, button, content, all this module list. Something we really like is the progress indicator. So let's say you've got a module and it's got a lot of stuff in it. Oh, there's already comments that I'm missing. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Um, progress indicator. So let's say you've got a module and there's a lot of stuff. Oh, I put it in a column. I hate when I do that. Okay, it's just going to be in a column for now. Um, and you want students to see where they're at visually within the module so they can see, okay, well, I've done 3 of 5 things, so I'm almost done here. You can add that, and you can use any of these types where it's like an icon bar, a progress bar, etc. Um, and I'll show you that in practice here in just a second. I just want to show you all the stuff you can do first. There's a lot. I mean, you can add accordions, you can add tabs, flip cards, flashcards, fill in the blank. Some of these things are in beta, and I'm going to show you in a second how you can access things that are in beta. Um, Sort items, background colors, etc. Really, you get in here and you just start playing. Icons, policy, snippet, quick check, question, read time, I really like. So if you've got a page that has a lot of text on it, at the top you can put an estimated read time so that students can kind of see, okay, it's going to take me about 5 minutes to read through all of this. Um, so they can quickly see that. Grading scheme, objective, user details. That's what I use to show my information on that sample page I showed you a second ago. So lots and lots and lots of stuff that you are able to embed. Now, um, let me go to user settings. So, like Troy said, you can just have this come up by default when you open up the edit page. And to do that, you just kind of check automatically launch sidebar or show launch button if you
I,
want there to be a button.
yeah, I prefer the second one, just the show
Yeah.
launch button. You could do either one, but by doing the show launch button, if Heather refreshed a page or went back to an edit page, that there will be a little square in the top right corner of the screen that you just click every time. You don't have to remember to press Alt Shift D or whatever command it is. So that little square in the top right, little blue square will appear in the bottom right. That launch button, you just click it the next time.
Yes. I wanted to show you some of these other things too. Um, you can, I won't get into some of this because it's a little advanced. Quick styles, advanced tools. I like to see the Design Plus library tool, and I'll show you that in a second. Um, yeah, there's things that you can turn on. So if I have the launch button on now, so I can now just kind of close this out. I'm gonna delete all this content. Um, I've made a mess. Let me just delete the code. Um, Save it. Let's see. I might need to refresh. And now, yes, there's my button. So I can just, and there it is. So the template content. If I just put my cursor over here and I choose template content, I, as you saw, have the Design Plus library enabled. So there's lots of stuff that they have in there that you can just borrow, basically. So if you wanted to copy in some of their stuff, you can. So let me just look. I want to just look in the City Labs stuff. I don't think they have.
The images that do you have to have them saved on your information, or is it like a place where you can borrow images?
Um, the ones that are in the template, you don't have to have saved,
Mhm.
but for yours, you would need to upload them. They don't have the one for some reason that I used to make that. homepage that I showed you guys earlier. It's not showing up here for some reason. But we can just use one of these other ones. Let's turn this one on. And some of these are some that we've created at the institution level. I don't know. We'll just insert this one for now. So yeah, this image here of the beach, you wouldn't need to have that one on your computer, but if you were like, I want to have that be the forest instead, you would either need to come over here and let's see if they have. Yeah, you would have to find it and upload it to the images. Um, they have some primary images that you can choose from that you don't have to have. But like I uploaded this one to the course and this one to the course. So you would need to find those and upload them. But
And you can also get away with copying pasting as well. So
yeah,
because it's a rich content editor, if you clicked on that image and Heather pasted a new image in, it would replace that one with whatever you
yeah.
had copied, and it uploads it at the same time.
Oh yeah. I didn't think about that. Copy. Let's just see if it will. Google's gotten a little stingy
Yeah,
about.
it sometimes it yeah, there so sometimes it will add it instead, then you just delete the original. There you go. So she was able to paste it. It added it kind of beneath the other image, but then you just click on the one you don't want and delete it.
Yeah. So if you import one of their templates, you're able to just go in and edit to your heart's content, right? So if you wanted this to say grade book instead of grades, you could just grade book. Um, you to link to anything in the course, they have down here a little hash, but you can click on course links and then we can you can quickly see all the pages in your course, um, assignments, course navigation. So if we want that one to go to grades or grade book, you could just click on it. So you can link to specific places in the course if you want to. Uh, so just quickly click and edit. Um, we can quickly go very, very, very deep into Design Plus, and we've still got to cover H5P. I don't want to forget that. So let me pause here and ask if people have questions. And this is just a 50-foot flyover. For more information, we can sit down and like look at it.
Heather, do you have a library of like ideas and things like that where like you've taken some of the best ones that you've seen or that you all have created, in other words, to give us ideas of because there's a lot here. It's kind of like
Mhm.
learning Photoshop or um, you know, Illustrator, like learning the tool, but really having some great ideas to quickly implement would be unbelievably helpful.
We've talked about doing some of that. We have those little templates that are in, that you just saw. But I've got, I can quickly show you some stuff that I've built out. Um,
Yeah, we discussed this recently, and we're going to offer that. If you're familiar with the Canvas Commons, over
mhm.
on the blue navigation bar in Canvas, there, it says Commons. That's a repository of shared content, and a lot of that is available to anyone in the world. You can restrict it inside your institution. We're going to post some page templates there, and they'll be called just like Design Plus template, and then maybe a word to go with it, something descriptive. You'll be able to look at those, just find one you like, exactly what you're talking about, find an example that you think looks good, import it into your course, and then you can edit it.
Ah, this is fantastic.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Design Plus can be very overwhelming. There's so many options. So if you do want to learn it, start simple or look for some of our templates, and we'll put an announcement out in Canvas when those are available.
Perfect. Yeah, and I think you're right, Troy. Like you could get overwhelmed by it, or
Yes.
you start with a, with a template, and as you customize it, that's how you learn all of the ins and outs of it and that kind of thing. But at least you've got something to start with.
Right. Yes.
This is
Yeah.
phenomenal, by the way. Thank y'all for not only offering it, but for training
Yeah.
us on it.
The first time you open the sidebar, it's the Design
Got
Plus sidebar is what it's called. Down at the bottom, there will be a tutorial pop up, and it'll
Okay.
say start walkthrough. I recommend you do that and just start the walkthrough. It's a quick little, it'll have you point out things on the screen and just show you how to kind of do the basics. So
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Mhm. Yeah, so here's like a example page that I made, and you can see that progress indicator across the top. So there's one, two, three, four pages, an assignment, and a discussion in this module. So anybody who's in it can quickly see where they are visually within the module. So that's kind of how the progress meter works. You can design it a couple different ways, but that's what it does. Tabs, I've found tabs to be really good for breaking up content when you have a lot of content to not overwhelm people or students. So you can, like, I've got text, and then, like, I didn't want to put everything on one long page to overwhelm people, so I just broke it up. Um, so those are all options, but yeah, we are planning on building out that repository. Okay, any other questions before we shift over to H5P, which is just as awesome?
and Design Plus, the templates are definitely going to help you. If you would also like a little consultation on
Mhm.
I'd like to do something or maybe give me some ideas, then definitely reach out to the Walker Center. Our instructional designers, I say that plural right now, but it's really just one instructor. We're
One.
down a couple
Is Mary
positions.
here?
Mary is here, so I did say designers, but Mary's gonna might chime in and tell
I'm
me to stop
here.
talking.
I'm here and I have COVID. So if you can walk yourself through the intro until next week, that would be fabulous.
But no, Heather and I can help you as well with this.
And I'm just thinking ahead. Obviously we have a deadline, for all of this for our courses to be presentable for our students, on Sunday evening, right? But it's possible to go in even during the semester and make updates, or even just do it in the sandbox, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and I do that all the time. And I release my modules as well on a weekly basis. So I'm working 2 to 3 weeks ahead, and I'm still creating content in Design Plus before it's published and made available. So you can always do that, or you could do it in the sandbox, like you say, and just import it later or next semester.
Oh, that's an idea though, Troy, so that it doesn't look like I'm like finally getting my act together in week
Yeah.
3, is I could just release the most, like, the next
Yep.
week's modules or whatever, like the basic homepage, front page stuff, and
Right.
those. Here's everything you have to know for right now. But yeah, that's a great idea, Troy.
Right. Yeah. A homepage, a start here module, and a week 1 module that's great for week 1, and then you can work ahead from then on out.
Wait, homepage, start here, and then module 1.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
You just brought my shoulders down, because
It's a lot less stressful when you don't think you have to have 13 modules ready all at once. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what all of us that are teaching are doing. So you wouldn't be alone doing that.
Right. Yep.
awesome. Okay, good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, ask one real quick extra question on Design Plus before we go.
Mhm.
A few years ago when I was tinkering with it, I remember there were some images built in that were specific UTC images. Do you know if those are still available?
We
I
need to
have,
revisit that. We had someone else who was working for the Walker Center who was kind of managing those branded templates that had the built-in UTC images.
Yeah.
We're going to revisit that, and the commons pages that we're putting out as templates will have UTC branding in them as well.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you'll start seeing those again, yes. But I
Okay.
don't,
Yeah, they were
we
really
have
good.
to look. I don't know what happened to those branded templates,
Okay.
if they were removed or something, but yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
they've
I've got one
also-
in an old class if you need to pull it
Okay.
back out. So, thanks.